Thank you so much, wonderful Nigerians. We are here again today. We are members of the New Nigerian Youth Organization, and the core members are here too. We'll continue to cross-pollinate ideas with Nigerians and all the viewers to see what we can do in this fight against corruption. So, if you have been watching our videos, you will agree that we've been able to establish that poor parenting is at the heart of all the problems we are having in this country. This means we, parents, we have not been able to either teach or model the right values. And we pointed this out before. In every family, every individual, even every community, they have their own values. But there are universal values that help societies to develop. So we are here today to look at it again. So the question is, what are these values? What are these universal values that help societies to develop? Because if we get it right from the values, we should be able to get it right in the fight against corruption.
Yes, that's true. You know, our emphasis on values is not based on our emotions or stuff. It's based on findings and comments by people of authority in this very issue of value placement and value system. You know, for instance, in October 2017, if I remember correctly, there was a panel discussion on how Nigeria and other countries that suffer corruption, they can tackle it. The participant of that panel discussion, I think Okonjo Iweala was there, and a professor of law and political science from Yale University, I think, what's her name again? Susan Rose Ackman, yeah. She said something. She said people have to decide to make a difference in every society, regardless of how corrupt they are, regardless of their state of corruption. They can make positive changes. And she went further to say that we have historical situations that can prove this, of people who were corrupt and living in a corrupt society, but were able to bring about good change, positive change, and made a difference in their community. So it has to do with how values are being placed. It boils down to the placement of values in society.
Okay.
Yes,
that is true. And the question now is, we as individuals, families and communities, how are we going to place this value and how are we going to place them in the order of their priorities?
That's true.
Take for instance, if we place value on our children, you will not see any child walking or doing something on the street during school hours.
Yes, that's true.
Let's push this down to our educational system. Schools will not be closed down except during wars. If we place value on our education, or maybe during natural disasters.
True. Like COVID-19 happened.
Yes. So another instance can also be boiled down to our politics.
Okay.
Yes. If we value our currency, for instance,
Our naira.
yes.
It's funny, yes.
You see, if we value naira, politics will not be using other currencies in their dealings. Now, for instance, when political parties are using foreign currency
During their primaries.
that would be an issue. Yeah, that is to tell us how bad our naira has gone. So we must determine the importance of our values and decide how to achieve it.
That's great.
Okay, let me explain how value is placed in my family.
Okay.
My parents understand that education is power.
Sure.
Then we are all sent to school.
That's true.
They also understand that children are precious and valuable, so we were protected. And on a daily basis, our parents always talk about character elements like honesty, tolerance, trustworthy, empathy, and sacrifice, and so on. We were also taught that contentment is an antidote to greed. So this is the time we have to define our national values and how to achieve it.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, core members. That is why anytime we come on this platform to talk with the core members, I get excited because I thought, I'm probably much older than you guys. So wherever we drop the metal, you're gonna
we'll carry it from there.
So our emphasis on values is not just based on what we think. It's based on what authorities
have said,
and what they have said and what they keep on saying. For instance, like Dr. Lamido Sanusi, in a public lecture recently, he said human beings, we are capable of knowing what is right or what is wrong.
Yes.
But the choices we make depends on our values.
Yes.
So it means that whatever thing anybody is doing is based on your values. So it's very, very important to work on our values. Even His Excellency Peter B. recently, I mean, when he was talking to students of Yale University, Oka, he asked the students, please do not be part of the misplacement of values. So he was trying to tell them that if you put your values right, for sure, you're going to come out, successful in life. Even one of the popular authors, Ruth Peters, she said, children are not born with these cooperative values
at all,
or values that help them to tolerate other people or healthy attitudes. She said, no, that these values are taught to children.
Yes.
So that is why we are here. We are just making our own efforts, and whatever thing you think you can do to support the core members at the New Nigerian Youth Organization in the effort we are making in the fight. It is everybody's fight.
Yes.
Whatever thing you think you can do, please, you come up, you help us. We are still going to talk about what Okonjo mentioned. Our leaders, people who are trying to be our political leaders, using
a different currency,
a different dollars in our own country to bribe. What did they do? Is it to bribe delegates in the course of trying to become the president of this country?
Yes.
So, wonderful viewers, please be kind to follow us on our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on our Instagram and other social media platforms. We'll be glad. And if there is anything you can do, please get in touch with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We love you.